Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, September 19, 2023. After weeks of turmoil, life is gradually picking up speed gradually. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet of the mind, is awake in your solar house of communications and travel. You may be rehashing ideas and thoughts with your significant other, sweetheart, or the world. Speaking your mind and finding a practical approach to solutions will also fare much better now. With our planet of travel smiling once again, plan a trip to nearby destinations or even a staycation in your home city. Know that clarity is returning to you with confidence. Praise the heavens. What do you value in your work life? As your work week begins, you may feel more reflective of who and what you hold in high esteem when Venus in Leo squares Jupiter retrograde in Taurus. The square might be initially stressful to navigate since you may have to work through any issues relating to your aspirations and professional community. But once you overcome these potential issues, it might be much easier to prioritize the connections and dreams that you want to pursue in your professional path. Focus on your core values in your career path. Over 3 months after returning for what is normally a 24-day visit to your income sector Venus, the planet of money moves into her final 3 weeks here today and to potentially some of her best. It was a 6-week retrograde phase that will keep Venus here for 4 months, but back in direct motion she is not only moving ahead but towards the planets and resources that will offer the most support. You used to love physical activity, the more intense the better. What has become of this urge? Picture a big pot filled with soup, the biggest pot you can imagine. Stirring that pot, so that soup from the very bottom mixes with the soup on top, is what exercise does for you. A good balance between aerobic and anaerobic exercise is ideal. This process is not only satisfying physically but is also necessary for a healthy mind. With so much energy brewing inside of you, regular physical release keeps your mental processes in check. Think about it. Today the vibrations will be speaking more about reflection and waiting rather than taking action and concluding your projects. However, if you are patient and furnish the necessary effort, you will be better able to avoid obstacles in your emotional life. The situation is far from ideal and the routine in your sentimental life could be heavy for you. Fortunately, this slow period is going to end soon, and after it has finished you should have confidence in yourself again. 3 days after a new moon in your communication sector in Mercury, the planet of communications direct turn here on the same day. Even as the Sun moves into his final 5 days, there is a lack of urgency. While the communication lines open have been given the green light and Mercury's direct turn has decreased the potential for mixed messages and misunderstandings, time is on your side. With Mercury still at a near standstill and Venus still 3 weeks away, 2 things that you have in abundance when it comes to the communication lines are time and support. 2 days after the dwarf planet Ceres became the first planet to reach your romantic sector this year, the moon returns with a chance to become more emotionally engaged as the first planetary activity for the year kicks off. While this is a low-key start, today's romantically charged lunar vibes are a chance to get on board this new deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities as the doors open to the most romantically charged months of 2023. Our eyes in the sky. Just 2 days following the return of the dwarf planet Ceres to your financial sector, the moon makes its entrance today, offering you an opportunity to touch base and gauge the initial planetary activity on this financial front for the year. Ceres, unlike being solely money-focused, places its emphasis on comprehending your financial requirements and priorities. As the moon re-enters this realm, it will kindle your financial instincts and ignite your imagination. It's worth noting that having Pluto in retrograde motion in your income sector around this time of year has been the norm ever since its initial arrival in 2008. However, the time has come for this planet of transformation and revolution to bid its farewell. While Pluto will make a temporary retrograde return for a few months in the coming year, it won't coincide with the Sun's presence in your career sector. Furthermore, it won't happen at a time when there is a wealth of resources available across the income, work, and career fronts to support Pluto's mission of unearthing untapped income potential. 3 days after both a new moon in your income sector and Mercury's direct turn here, the moon is gone but you are still regrouping. While this has given income potential the green light and the sun is now just 5 days away from leaving, with Mercury here for the rest of the month and Venus, the planet of money, still 3 weeks away, the best is still to come. In essence, this marks a pivotal moment as Pluto takes its final bow in this particular astrological configuration. The stage is set for you to explore new horizons and tap into financial opportunities, guided by the insights gained from Ceres and fueled by the celestial alignment of the moon. The moon's first visit to your financial sector since the dwarf planet Ceres returned over the weekend is also the last while she is on her own here. By the time the moon returns in 4 weeks, for the first time in 2 years Mars will be here and his drive to take your financial power back will have ushered in a time of action. For now, with your financial instincts and imagination fueled, this is a chance to observe as Ceres focuses less on the money and more on your financial needs and priorities. The Sun's alignment in Virgo today brings with it a subtle frustration, as it forms a quincunx aspect with the North Node of Destiny. This cosmic configuration may leave us feeling a bit uncertain when it comes to decision-making. However, there's a silver lining to this celestial arrangement. It compels us to explore all available options before taking action. Instead of rushing into choices hastily, today is an opportune moment for deep reflection. Be mindful that any decisions made under these astrological conditions may be marked by hesitation and potentially lead to future complications. To navigate this energy, it's wise to adopt a more measured approach and resist the urge to take definitive actions at this time. As the moon continues its first visit to your financial sector since the dwarf planet Ceres return over the weekend, it continues to make waves, as it does with each monthly visit. As well as fueling your financial instincts and imagination and ensuring you are emotionally and intuitively engaged, this is putting the interplay between money coming in and money going out in the spotlight. Your enthusiasm to propel yourself forward may be palpable, but it's crucial to recognize that others might misinterpret your intentions, especially in intimate matters. Avoiding misunderstandings can be challenging, so exercise restraint and demonstrate appreciation for both those around you and your current circumstances. Interestingly, this is an ideal time for financial endeavors. Consider indulging in some well-deserved retail therapy, but don't splurge on a single extravagant item. Instead, focus on making smart investments with your money. The people in your life are offering sincere advice, so don't hesitate to heed their wisdom. Whether you're contemplating a small purchase or embarking on a substantial financial venture, the stars indicate that you're likely to benefit, even if your spending exceeds your usual limits.